Webtoon talk time.
Mhm.
Um, our first one up is a manhwa called Maybe Meant to Be, and we are catching up with current 19 through 21 is what we read this last week.
Mhm.
What'd you think of these?
I liked that the story finally started moving forward a little bit here. I felt like we took this like cute detour with Minchul's coworkers and their like side romance, and that
Yep.
moved forward. And it was fun to get a little bit of like insight into Gia's background, but then we wrapped it up with like this first episode being like this long, painfully drawn out, awkward, like we're finally confessing our feelings to each other,
Mhm,
which we all knew was gonna happen, and we just had
mhm.
to like sit through it.
Come
And
out
it
of
was
your apartment
right.
now. Like,
No, I don't wanna.
mhm.
So yeah, so like their eventual like, adorable little interaction was great to like wrap that up. And then I was ready to move on to Gia and Minchul and have them progress somehow, which I felt like the latter two episodes really did. We started off with like another classic misunderstanding where we thought
Yes.
Minchul was calling Gia fat. Hilarious. Um, I did not expect it to turn out to be the cat. And then
Yep.
they're turning out to be like a reason because Gia's been sneaking snacks.
Mhm.
Um, but then it, turned into like a catalyst for Gia to be like, oh, well, maybe I am gaining some weight. Minchul works out. Why don't I ask him to teach me? So it was like, oh, cute. She's like at least getting into one of his hobbies. I mean,
Yep.
girl, you probably don't know what you're in for, which she did not.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but it was nice to like see them doing something together, like
Yeah.
growing and bonding. So yeah, very very good set of episodes that like was finally, making them feel more adult and growing in their relationship a little bit together.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't have, I'm always worried about because I feel like we'll get this pace where we make a little progress and then we go way back. And it's like,
Mm,
where did all the progress go? And then it's going to
mhm,
be we're going to keep teetering back and forth like that.
mhm.
But yeah, I
Which is
really
fun
like
for a
these.
while, but yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta you gotta at least get some genuine forward movement once in a while.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, the awkwardness was done well between Choi and Soo
Mhm,
and so I enjoyed that. Still excited to see what comes of that and get more to know of his sister. We still had that lingering out there. His
mhm.
sister with
Yes.
Gia and what their relationship is like now or was and all that. And then yeah, the working out stuff was great. I mean, it's fun that Gia is making a little relationship with the cat, a
Mhm.
little separate
Cute.
thing,
Yep.
and so they're buddies now, I guess. And then obviously the big deal was has someone else recognizes the catch that Minchul is at the
Yes.
gym
Yes.
and laying it on hot and heavy, laying on thick.
Mhm.
Oh, you're so good. You're so strong. Can you show me
Yeah.
how to do this? Oops, I fell. All this stuff. So,
She was, like, fine until she fell, and I was like, "Girl, that is a lot." Like,
yep,
you already playing it up, but, like, you fell. You
yep.
fell from a squat. Come on.
I yeah, it was great. If anything, I guess it would be nice to have Gia sweat a little longer because she
Yeah.
was realizing like, why am I feeling this way? I don't
Yep.
know, maybe because you live with him and you're married to him, you you would feel this way. Like,
And maybe because he's hot. He
yeah,
has a
yeah,
snack. Like,
hmm
"Girl, wake up." Someone else sees it clearly. Like, she starts to see like, she's started to see it, she's just not admitting it to herself.
yeah,
But now with, like, another woman totally being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come up
hmm
and try my luck with that.
yep,
Gotta get
yep.
moving."
And fortunately, though, obviously Minchol was completely oblivious the whole time
Right, right.
until it became, right in the face. But he did the right thing,
Yep.
He wouldn't have had
Well,
to because, clearly they've set up a thing where, again, in their rules, like we're not involved in each other's lives or whatever,
yeah.
which I
Yeah,
didn't think it
Gia
extended that far.
right, Gia even
Mine,
says, like, "I guess
yeah,
I'm not allowed to do anything because I can't interfere with his life," and it's like, But don't you wanna, like, at least continue the charade of marriage? Like, how would you
Yeah.
do that if he's out on dates with other women?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I never thought that part, that clause of the contract was, so far reaching as to
yeah.
allow for other, you know.
Growing up, we were sort of like, "This is a very weird piece to the contract." We're, like,
Mhm.
not real sure. It's very vague, it's kinda dumb, like, you're in each other's lives, it's really a weird thing, like, you should word this better.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
here's where you should have worded it better.
I you wrote that in your comments too, I didn't see that. "Wake up, Gia, your guy's a snack." I didn't know there was a special spelling, a double
Yes.
C spelling for snack,
Yes,
okay.
yes. Only for a special snack. Um,
Uh,
yeah, when I read that, I was like, "This is not the first time this has happened to Mitchell."
yeah, right. But what
And
has he done in the past?
probably just,
'Cause
like, been real awkward and
yeah.
tried to get out of it, and, like, I think he sees this marriage with Gia as, like, that's a fringe benefit. He just gets to be like, "Woof, okay, like, I get to tell them, like, here's my wife."
Hmm.
'Cause he had talked about, like, in early on in their, reasons for getting married, that he didn't want anybody pushed on him, and he had all this pressure and stuff, and I'm
Right.
sure for him, he's just like, "I just wanna live my life and have this excuse of a wife, to my parents who will stop pressuring me, maybe to, like, girls at the gym who are hitting on me, so I can just be like, 'This is my wife, back off, I just wanna work out.'" Like, I totally feel like this is the point where Minchill's like, "Yes, seeing some benefits."
Maybe. Yeah. I'd be interested to see how, because I hope it's not that in a way. I hope it's like his bond with Gia from childhood is is a
I
lot
think that's
stronger than Gia thinks.
Yeah, I
And
think
and
I think that's certainly driving some of it. I just mean to say, like, I when Gia proposed this sort of, like, marriage of convenience thing, I'm sure, like, Minchiel being so straightforward and logical was also like, "This could solve other of my problems."
sure. Yeah, see, I don't come. I guess the way I see it is maybe it's not coming from the idea that he wants to be left alone. More that, like, if he's gonna have, he finds it very difficult to form meaningful relationships with women,
Mhm,
and so that's a stressful thing that he
mhm.
doesn't know how to do. Well, with Gia, he didn't feel like he had to do that because he had that thing from
Right.
childhood. You
Right,
know?
it's already there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then when I say he wants to be left alone, I think he wants to be left alone at the gym.
Sure. Okay. That's his temple. That's his like.
Yes.
I'm.
He
Yeah.
is focused, like, "Don't be up in my social business at the gym. This is workout time."
I understand. I mean, like a kickboxing, it's an hour, and I want to work out for that hour.
Yes.
Like I like the people there, and I do like chatting. But if it's interfering with the workout, like we could
Mhm.
let's chat a little afterwards, or
Yep.
like, or something like that. So
Hear ya.
yeah.